Alright, what is up, guys? King Barlow here. I am back once again with an episode 7 of me playing High School Story. Let's go! Alright, I don't even know what mission or quest, whatever you want to call it. Okay, so both of these are timed. They're both 4 days and 17 hours, so I got some time before I even have to do them. Let's do It Takes Two. Hold up, can I do it? No, I can't do this one. I can, but I'm not going to. I'm not doing that one either. Let's do You're All That. All right. One day, you and Peyton are walking out of a coffee express, lattes in hand. We look so sophisticated with our coffee. Let's get a selfie. Ooh, it's hard to get our drinks in the picture. Here, I'll ask someone. Excuse me. You tap the shoulder of a passing guy wearing a tie and perfectly fitted blazer. He turns, eyebrow lifted, and Peyton gasps. Oh my gosh, Dennis, it's... Hi, can we get a photo? Sorry, I don't take pictures with fans. I wanted a photo of me and my friend. Who are you? Dennis, that's Chase Cunningham, heir to Cunningham Industries. Oh my gosh. Well, OMG. Hold up. OMG, do you not even read Secret Socialite? She's like the gossip blogger. It's a girl? What? Hold up. What? Okay. Alright, whatever. You mean you weren't playing games? You really didn't recognize me? Sorry. Guess I'm not up on my family dynasties? I think that's dynasties. Business hairs are still a thing. I suppose it is a little futile, but yes, Cunningham Industries will pass to me as it did my father and his mother before him. Jeez, that sucks. Dennis! Excuse me? Oh, sorry, I didn't mean that sucks like an insult, I mean, it's great for you, but you don't get to decide your future. You're not just inheriting a company, you're already inheriting a life. Like, what if you wanted to do something else? My father would find that idea hilarious. Chase considers you a moment. You know my name, but I don't know yours. I'm Dennis. It's a pleasure to meet you, Dennis. You have an interesting, shall we say, outlook. A certain association of which I'm a member is hosting a gala this weekend. Every year, each member selects a civilian of note to bring as our guest of honor. I'd like you to be mine. Of course, we'll have to meet beforehand, as there will be preparations to attend to, but I can make those arrangements. Before he can elaborate, you see a group of girls scream and make a beeline for Chase. Oh, I just burped, and it smelled like hamburgers. I'm sorry, I must be going, but if you want to come to the gala, meet me at the train station at 11 tomorrow morning. Chase walks off, slipping into a crowd and narrowly avoiding the girls at his heels. Oh my gosh, Dennis, I can't believe you just got invited to the gold and white gala. How do you know? He didn't say which one. I'm pretty sure. Secret Socialite says Chase is part of the Oxford Club, which is the super elite group, and they always throw the gold and white gala every year. No one knows what goes on there, only whispers on the blog, and some people say it's one of the highest society's closest secrets. You're going to go, right? I'm not sure. I don't know anything about Chase. No one does, really. Even Secret Socialite doesn't know that much about him, just that he's mysterious. You could be the first person to get to know him. At the very least, you'll get to see what it's like to party with the rich and famous. The next morning, you debate with yourself whether or not to go to meet Chase, but you find yourself driving over at the train station. You came. I must confess, I'm a little surprised. Me too, to be honest. Well, I'm glad you are here. I scheduled a few appointments, so we should be on our way. Appointments? You mentioned preparations yesterday, but you didn't explain what that meant. The Golden White Gala is a black tie affair with a 10-course meal and special choreographed waltz. It's hosted by the Oxford Club, the elite of society. Sons of politicians, celebrities, the rich, and everyone there is expected to dress and act a certain way. Tell me, Dennis, have you ever attended an event like that? Silly question. I can tell right now that you haven't. You might have been to a fancy party before, but it's nothing like this. You'll need my help to look the part. If I need to know all this, why invite me? The moment I met you, I knew there was something different. I find you refreshing. Is that reason enough? Yeah, I guess so. Good. Let's get started. Chase leads you into a pristine studio of mahogany walls lined with racks of couture clothes. He shakes the hand of an older gentleman in a bespoke suit. Dennis, this is my Fineys? I don't even know how to say that. My family's private tailor. Whatever gestures towards a small raised platform surrounded by a set of mirrors. As you take your place, he studies you before going to the racks and returning with a selection of outfits. You don't have to go through all this trouble for me, Chase. For you, this is for me. You are my guest of honor, remember? I'm staking my reputation on you looking the part. Heaven forbid I besmirch the Cunningham name. I gotta burp again, guys. Oh, guys, I got something to tell you guys, too, by the way. Soon, you emerge from behind the screen, now wearing a sharp tuxedo. Chase nods appreciatively. Whatever attends to you, pinning the fabric to take in a scene. You stand perfectly still, but I'ma just name this dude John. John finger slips, and he sticks your side with the pen. Ow! Chase instantly moves towards you, concern etched on his face. He yanks John's roughly away from you. Dennis, are you alright? Oh, I'm fine. It was just a. Chase wheels on John, who's already bowing his head, mumbling for forgiveness. Save your apologies, John. Get out. You are fired. Whoa. Chase, are you serious? Chill out. It was just one pen. I'll live. Dennis, Taylor's would kill to be in the employ of my family, and John hurt you. That is unacceptable. It was an accident, Chase. Everyone makes mistakes. Chase considers your words, calming down. He looks back to John, who's still bowing his head subserviently. I don't even know how to say that word. Very well. John, you can thank Dennis for your reprieve, or whatever you want to. I think it's reprieve, I think that was. As John mumbles graciously and delicately resumes his work, Chase shakes his head. You are very charitable, Dennis, but you shouldn't let others prey upon your kindness. They'll only use it against you in the end. What makes you think kindness is a weakness? Just trust me. But before you can say more, the door to the shop opens and a well-dressed guy your age steps in leering. Chase, there he is. He spots you standing on the platform. This must be your guest for the Gold and White Gala, Nice choice. Dennis, this is Asher, another member of the Oxford Club. Our fathers are associates. So what do we owe the pleasure, Asher? I heard you had your guest of honor for a fitting. I couldn't resist a sneak peek. Asher sizes you up. Fantastic choice, Chase. A certain winner. I cannot wait to see who everyone selected at the gala. Asher bids you goodbye and takes his leave. You narrow your eyes as he goes. That guy seemed a little smug. You are friends with him? Chase gives a little laugh. What's funny? You think I get to decide who my friends are? Like I said, we are both in the Oxford Club. That loyalty, it always comes first. Alright, guess it's time for dinner. You are all okay. You and Chase step into a luxurious restaurant. A matador. I don't even know how to say that. What? A blank ushers you both to a window side table set with fine china plates, sparkling crystal glasses, and gold flatware. I thought we grab a bite to eat. Welcome to indulge. A bite? Chase, this is the most exclusive restaurant in the city. You have to make a reservation 6 months in advance to get a table. Not if your father is part owner, I suppose. As soon as you sit down, a waiter brings over several tasting plates, including 2 bowls of steaming soup. As you may have guessed, this is no ordinary meal. This is for me to show you the finer points of dining at the gala. I know how to eat, Chase. I stick my elbows on the table and chew with my mouth open. And don't worry, I won't forget to slurp. Very funny, Dennis, but it's a little more complex than that. You look down at the complicated array of forks and spoons. You pick one up. Which one is this one? It's a soup spoon. I'll demonstrate. Chase dips his spoon with the far edge leading away from him as he scoops up the broth. Now this is the best way to. As he talks, Chase accidentally tips his soup right onto his jacket. This is highly embarrassing. He tries to dab at the soup, but it just smears into a bigger mess. You can't stifle your laughter. Is that how high society eats soup? It's different. I'll give you that. Chase looks over at you at your grin and starts chuckling too. I can assure you this isn't how. Chase Cunningham. Chase freezes mid laugh. You both look up and see a rotund man cross the room to your table. Mr. Benedict. What a pleasure to see you at my father's restaurant. Dennis, this is Mr. Benedict, the CEO of the largest hedge fund in America. You notice Mr. Benedict looking at Chase's soup stained jacket with a disapproving frown. Chase notices at the same time and flushes red. It's nice to meet you, sir. I wish you'd come at a better time, though, because I've just spilled soup on Chase here. Sorry about that. Mr. Benedict nods his head in understanding, and after wishing Chase well, he walks away. You didn't have to cover for me. Yeah, I did. I didn't like how he was being so judging. The suit was an accident, not a fashion statement. Thanks. I owe you one. Name your price. Haha. Come on, Chase. It wasn't a big deal. I wasn't doing so you'd owe me. Chase considers you thoughtfully, then looks away. Before we get to pasta, let's talk about salads. Guys, I just spit all over my freaking phone screen. But anyway, guys, what I was about to tell you guys is that I cracked the crap out of my iPod screen today. So I don't think I'll be able to vlog anymore, which is a freaking pain. I hate this crap, bro. Like, I don't know what I'm going to do. I've been vlogging for so long, and I don't know what to do right now. Oh, my gosh. But anyways, I'm just finna just go ahead on and finish this. So let's get it crunk. Near the end of the day, Chase takes you to a coffee shop. Your outfit's been taken care of, and it seems your table manners are well on track. Now, the last topic for today, good conversation. For instance, what might you say if I were to ask you, how do you occupy your time? You mean, what do I like to do? I like to I like to hang out with friends. Good answer, but you should probably say that you enjoy socializing with your peers. If you've done any charity or community work, I recommend leading with that, like helping start and build the school I attend. That's perfect. Afterwards, Chase walks you back to the train station. Good work today, Dennis. You did very well. Thanks. It was a lot of fun, but I never got to ask you what your favorite thing was to do. What your favorite thing to do was. I enjoy a variety of activities, including managing my stocks and reading business journals. Seriously? This isn't a press release, Chase. I can't believe that on a Saturday night you are managing your portfolio. Fair enough. I suppose in a rare event I have time alone. I spend it in the gold room at the country club reading on their leather couches. Reading? Like about hedge funds or something? Mysteries, actually. I enjoy the intrigue. See? That time I believed him. I believed you. Believed you. Oh my gosh, I can't even talk. You grin at him and he smiles back. Anyway, we made a lot of progress today, but we have more ground to cover. Let's meet tomorrow evening after school. Wear something comfortable for dancing. Don't nobody feel like doing this. I don't want to do this. Come on, hurry up and load. $10,000? Man, you sleep. The next day, Chase leads you into an airy room with gleaming wooden floors, polished mirrors, and windows overlooking the cityscape. You mentioned dancing, but you didn't say we'd be practicing in a professional dance studio. This is awesome. To focus, having the right ambitions is absolutely necessary, shall we? Chase used the sound system to put on classic waltz music. There'll be hold up. There'll be a moment at the gala where everyone will be invited to participate in a stage waltz. You should know the choreography as well as anyone else there. As a guy, you'll likely be a leader. For today, I will stand as your follower. Let's get into position. Chase has you put one hand at his waist. He takes the other. Listen to the music. And 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. You're going to step like this in the box and then turn me to the right. Like this? Perfect. And then we pivot here. You both move your feet and run right into one another. You and Chase laugh. He instructs you on the finer points of the dance. You soon two are moving to the music. Are moving to. Okay. After a couple hours of running through the routine, last turn, and then we bow. Excellent. Okay, run it through again. Let's do something else. Won't there be other types of dancing at the gala? Are you asking if the foxtrot or perhaps the salsa are going to be performed? Haha. I mean, will we get to really let loose? You know, dance however you want, like this. Up on Gundam style. Hey, hey, hey. The cha-cha slide. With the right foot, stomp. With your left foot, stomp. And I chop to the right, move to the left, and on, and on. With your right foot, stomp. And your left foot. That's just freestyle. You pull up an upbeat song on your phone and start playing it at full volume. Do whatever you want. Come on. You dance around Chase in circles, spinning wackily and jumping around, your arms thrown in all directions. Chase watches you dance for a second, then bursts out laughing. You look ridiculous. That's because I'm the one here having fun. That's the point of gala, isn't it? It's a high society function. The point is to be seen and fit in, but it's also a party. It's probably one of the few times where you don't have to be so strict with yourself. What's that supposed to mean? It just seems like your life is pretty planned out. Maybe sometimes it's okay to let loose, defy expectations a little. You really don't care about what other people think, do you? Maybe sometimes, but not around friends. That's the best thing about friends. Friends, huh? Chase stands up and starts spinning and dancing around you. There's no rhyme or reason to this. Exactly. Woo! You dance together to the music. The song ends and Chase laughs as you stop to catch your breath. I haven't done something like that in ever. Good. All right, Chase. I'm about ready to get back to the waltz. The gala's coming up pretty quick, right? Chase laughter fades. Oh, yes, the gala. It's in 2 days. Listen, Dennis, I apologize. I forgot I have another appointment tonight. Can we set up a different time to rehearse? Oh, sure. Uh, do you want to meet tomorrow? Same time, same place, same outfit? Chase glances away from you. That sounds fine. I'll see you around, Dennis. All right, see you later. Hey. The next afternoon, you show up at the train station, but Chase doesn't appear. That's weird. Where is he? You try his cell a couple of times, but he doesn't answer. You check the secret socialite to find the latest on Chase. Rumor has it that their apparent CC blew off the family brunch this morning and didn't sit well with the family patriot's ex, Florentine. It doesn't sound like Chase would drop out of a family event. I've got to go find him, but where should... I don't even know what the rest of that just said. Be alone. I know. You drive the country club and find the gold room. Inside, Chase is lounging in a leather chair and looking into a fireplace. There you are. Dennis, how did you find me? We talked, remember? You said if you ever had time to yourself, you'd come here. You remembered? Of course I did. So, what happened? You didn't show up for practice, and I heard you skipped out on your dad for brunch too. How did you... Never mind. I assume it's from that ghastly gossip blog. Well, you found me out. Chase, what's wrong? Why you stand me up? The gala's tomorrow night. I thought we were going to practice. Chase looks away. Forget about the gala. I'll find a different guest to bring. Oh no, boy, I will slap the goofy out of your ass. Wait, what? At the country club, Chase averts his eyes. What do you mean? I'm not invited anymore? What did I do? You won't like it. You shouldn't bother. Chase, I don't understand. I want to go to the gala. No, you don't! Chase's eyes flash and his gaze finally meets yours. You do not want to go to this gala. He rises up from the leather chair with a grimace. He paces back and forth in front of the fireplace. You watch him, unnerved. How come? It's not what you think. There's a reason the gold and white gala is a secret of the Oxford Club. In fact, it's not really a gala at all. Chase stares into the fire and takes a deep breath. It's a competition. A competition? About the guest of honor? Every year, each member of the Oxford Club selects a plus one, someone who could never fit into high society, and we train them in the manners of the upper class. At the gala, we watch them try to pretend to be one of us for the night, all the while laughing behind their backs. Whoever guesses makes the biggest fool of themselves is the winner. And finally, at the banquet, we expose the truth and humiliate them all. That's what this was all about? That's what I am to you? A fool? You think I was some loser who'd make a perfect mark to humiliate with your rotten friends? I thought you were naive. When you didn't know who I was, when you suggested I do something else with my life, I thought you were innocent, someone I could use. But I was naive. I was the fool. Your honesty, your kindness, I thought you were... Hold up. I thought they were your weakness. They are your strength. You cared about what I really liked, and you could read me when I gave the answers people want to hear. You covered for me at the restaurant without wanting anything in return. You've done nothing but treat me like a friend. You are nothing but decent and human, and that's why I cannot bring you to the gala. You've done this before. How do you even want to do this to people? I suppose at first it was to save face with the Oxfords. But then I went along with it because the people I brought to the gala would look at me as their way up to the social ladder. Each of them was willing to pretend they were something they weren't, just to use my friend name and money to get ahead. So I was okay with finding and embarrassing people for the competition every year until you. I won't ask you to forgive me because I don't think I deserve it. You both stand there in silence for a long, tense moment. So why the change of heart? Why tell me the truth now? Because you were right. My name has dictated everything in my life, my career, my friends, my traditions. I laughed when you first suggested I had a choice, but now I'm starting to think I do. Chase leans his head with shame against the fireplace mantle, the light of the flames flickering across his face. But I'm done with them. I'm never going to this gala again. Oh, yes, you are. We are both going. What? Why would you possibly still want to go after what I've told you? Because the rest of those Oxford jerks are still planning to humiliate a bunch of innocent people tomorrow night. You say you're sorry for all this, then prove it. You have a chance to stop them, Chase. To make sure they never pull this again. You mean burn the Oxfords with their own prank? Well, we certainly have it coming. It would mean branding myself a pariah, ruining dozens of lifelong relationships, and making my family a laughing stock of the industry. On second thought, that all sounds pretty good to me. Hey, this dude was a little punk, boy. I promise, dude. I don't like him now. He old muffin head ass, looking like a chicken. But this is a nice outfit. I'm not even gonna lie. Oh my gosh, this outfit is freaking dope. Let's get a nerd. Let's get Demi in here. No, let's bring a bunch of boys. Ugh. The night of the gala, a glass elevator whisked you and Chase up the mirrored facade of the Palace Hotel. Smoothing your attire, you watch the LCD numbers tick past as you climb toward the ballroom on the 38th floor. Besides you, Chase watches in silence through the oh my gosh, panoramic glass as the city drops away below you, a galaxy of shimmering lights. This view is incredible. You know, I never noticed it. I've ridden this elevator 1,000 times, but something about knowing this the last time I'll be welcome here, it really makes you appreciate things. Are you sure you want to go through with this? Go through with what? Infuriating my family and burning every bridge I have? Yes. Chase. As you start to speak, the ding of the elevator arriving at its destination cuts you off. Chase stands before the door, just about to part. He half turns back to you, speaking over his shoulder. This is something I should have done a long time ago. The door sweeps open, revealing a gorgeous white ballroom under ceilings of ornate gold engravings and dozens hold up, what? And a dozen massive crystal chandeliers. Okay, I can see why you call it the Golden White Gala. You gaze out to the crowd of the Oxford Club members, identified by the elk patches on their dark gray jackets, with their selected guests in a eccentric mix of guys and girls in ill-fitting tuxes and corsets. Two of the guests are talking with an Oxford Club member when they spot you and wave. Dennis, I didn't see you there, huh? Now I know how everyone else feels. You're at this party too? So sweet. I'm so excited. This just jumped up a valence level. The Oxford Club members Charles and Kurt were talking. Hold up. We're talking with turns around slowly. You are here. Now it's officially a ball. You're going to love it, Dennis. We have a big surprise in store for you all. You mutter under your breath. You and me both, Asher. Uh-oh. Let's fight. Let's fight. Let's fight. In the ballroom at the Palace Hotel, Asher welcomes you and Chase to the Oxford Club's annual Golden White Gala. Chase, you really picked a fantastic guest for tonight. Your best yet. Can't argue with you there. Allow me to introduce mine, Charles, and this is Jake Anderson plus one Kurt. I take it that you all three go to school together. Must be quite the school to produce these three luminaries. Charles, Kurt, please. You must tell Chase here what you were just telling me. Well, it's obvious, isn't it? 48 FPS film style in the Hobbit trilogy made Owen and Gluin's Dwarf garb look something out of a second-rate HeroCon. But Charles, I still think you are rushing to judgment. Everyone bristles at first when they encounter something as revolutionary as doubling frame rate. Asher looks at Chase, his face contorted and trying to hold back his laughter. Isn't this just charming? I have no idea what they are talking about. Sounds like that's a you problem. Soon the waltz has begun. You ace the complicated steps. Looks like you had a good teacher. Nah, pretty sure I'm just a natural talent. Nearby, Charles and Kurt struggle with the steps. You head over to help, when Chase steps in to guide them. Just like that. 1, 2, 3. Pivot. Perfect. Hey, thanks, dude. You're a lifesaver. I really don't want to look stupid tonight. I personally guarantee that you won't. As everyone on the dance floor gracefully rotates, Chase draws near and whispers to you. Look up, right there in the rafters. You spot a dozen white industrial buckets hooked to cables on the ceiling. What's in those? Mud. That's how they plan to humiliate this year's guests, dumping on them in the middle of the banquet. I get it, because we belong in the filth. Cute. This one tradition that ends tonight. I'm going to make sure they never pull a stunt like this again. But how? I'm Chase Cunningham. I'll manage. The string quarter silences their instruments as Asher takes a microphone. Fantastic waltz, everyone. Watching our guest of honor dance always brings me such unbridled joy. Now it's time for the banquet. Please take your seats at the place setting with your name play card. Chase scowls. It's the moment of truth. Well, what's your plan, Chase Cunningham? Step 1. I need a distraction, something to draw the whole Oxford Club's attention. Leave that to me. As Chase slinks off, you turn to the crowd and jump in the fountain, shout that the caviar sucks, breakdance, jump in the fountain, breakdance. Enough of that boring waltz, am I right? DJ, drop that beat! The string quarter looks at you, perplexed, as you dive onto the hardwood floor and begin spinning yourself around as fast as you can. 6-step and freeze! The members of the Oxford chuckle snobly at your antics and shake their heads. You can just barely overhear Asher whispering to some other members. Chase brought a real winner this year, didn't he? It's going to be tough to beat out Dennis. As you wait, staff begins leading everyone toward the banquet table for dinner. Chase sidles up beside you. There you are. Well, I properly humiliated myself as a distraction. What were you doing? $3 billion of net worth is about to find out. The wait staff leads you to the long, pristine dining table in the ballroom, positioned directly under the buckets of mud hidden in the rafters. You find your name play card and sit down across the table from Chase. He gives you a knowing look as Asher stands at the head of the table and addresses everyone. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Oxford Club's historic Gold and White Gala, where the Oxfords celebrate those outside our halls who most inspire us. I'm talking of course, about our guest of honor. Those seated applaud politely. You notice some of the Oxford Club members on the other side of the table nudging each other in gleeful anticipation. Asher takes his chair, gesturing to Chase. Chase, you've always had a way with words. Why don't you give the traditional toast? Not tonight, Asher. The Oxford Club members look at each other in shock. Asher's brow furrows. Come again? You catch Chase's eyes across the table, nodding him to go on. He whispers back, what would I even say? The truth. Chase lowers his eyes for a moment. His chair squeezes against the floor as he pushes it back and stands up, clinking his knife against his glass. Friends, old and new, allow me to echo Asher's words. You do inspire us. Your honesty, your forwardness, your vulnerability. Oh my gosh, I can't even talk today, guys. Well, tonight. Vulnerability, your vitality, are something to behold. The Oxford snicker and applaud, and you realize they think Chase is being sarcastic. What does it say about our society if the bravest thing you can do is be honest and genuine? If being yourself opens you up to the hatred and mockery of the entitled and bitter. The laughter dies out as it dawns on the Oxfords that Chase isn't insulting you and the other guests. Chase, what do you think you're doing? What am I doing? I'm calling a toast to the bravest people I've had pleasure of dining with. Our club has a lot to learn from you. Everyone awkwardly raises their glass, but Asher leaps to his feet. Enough sentimental crap. Chase, this is a party, remember? It's time for the main course, and it's going to be delicious. Oh, you right. At the banquet table for the Gold and White Gala, Asher stands triumphantly before the Oxford Club and their guests. Without further ado, the main course. Oh no. Asher pulls out his phone and jams a button. You hear a creak overhead and look up to the rafters where buckets of mud tilt and splatter all over the Oxford Club members. Pfft. What the? How is this possible? It was supposed to land on them. On them. The Oxfords groan in misery and embarrassment. The guests clean on the other side of the table try to stifle chuckles until they burst into laughter. You look across the table to Chase, who is drenched in mud. He wipes the sludge from his face. He holds up his name card and smirks. You switched the name play cards, didn't you? So we'd be sitting on the other side of the table. But you know, you didn't have to get yourself pranked too. No, I kinda did. As Chase stands up, Asher spies him smiling and quivers with rage. You piece of Asher storms at Chase, cocking his fist back. He swings. Chase definitely sidesteps, and Asher momentum sends him flying forward, wiping out in the pool of mud like a slip and slide. Oof! Now that's embarrassing. Asher scrambles to his feet, dripping in mud. He sneers at you as the Oxfords around him whimper in humiliation. You're gonna pay for this, Cunningham. He runs out of the ballroom, tracking mud as he goes, and all of the other Oxfords go with him. You walk up to Chase, who's watching the mud sliding down his Italian suit, amused. Is this the new style you rich kids are into? It's avant-garde. Simpletons like you've never comprehend the whims of fashion. You look around the enormous mess and the trail of muddy footprints left by the fleeing Oxfords. Thank you, Chase, for doing the right thing. For once. Once is a start. Do you think it was worth it? Not sure yet, but I've got a feeling it will be. I hope so. Now let's get you cleaned up and get you out of here. Hold on there, Dennis. You and your friends are esteemed guests of the Oxford Club, and this party was in your honor, remember? And to me, it looks like there's a dance floor, musicians, and some incredibly decadent dishes waiting to be served. It'd be a shame to let you all that go. Oh my gosh, it'd be a shame to let all that go to waste, wouldn't you say? As a matter of fact, I would. Complete a party. Oh my gosh, I hate this crap. Oh my gosh. Okay, do this. Oh, sell. You and the other plus ones at the gala enjoy everything the ballroom has to offer. Chase tips the string quartet so that they'll play orchestral versions of Ellie Goulding and Drake. Hey, I need a one dance, got a Hennessy in my hand. And you dance the night away on the floor. Chase watches from the punch bowl with a smirk. Chase, come on, get in on this. I know you have moves. I've seen them. Excuse me? That was in confidence. Just then, the ballroom door burst open and several adults storm in furious, led by a graying man and a wide-eyed woman who gasp in horror. Chase wipes off some more mud. Hello, Mom. Hello, Father. Father. Oh boy. Chase father boys with anger and embarrassment. Asher squeezes up to the front. Still filthy, he points a menacing finger. I told you, look what they did. Look what they did. The monsters, and your son is working with them. The adults bellow at you and the guests to leave. The string quartet goes quiet, and a lot of you wander toward the elevator, still laughing to yourselves. You hear a gruff voice shout after you. Not you, Chase. Beside you, Chase winces and stops walking. Time to face the music, Dennis. Catch you around. That doesn't sound good, Chase. Don't worry about me. He leads you to the elevator filled with the other guests. He looks at you from beyond the threshold. Are you going to be okay? I'm Chase Cunningham. I'll manage. Just before the elevator door shuts, Chase winks at you and turns away to march confidently towards his parents. Confidently. The next day, you're sitting back at the Coffee Express, enjoying a latte while surfing the internet on your laptop. Chase is all over Secret Socialite, the homepage plastered with cell phone photos from the disastrous gala. The article reads, Chased out Cunningham Scion booted from the Oxford Club. What's next for Chase? I hope Chase is holding up okay. You close your laptop and a large picture of Chase's face, only to see him sitting across from you. Ah! Chase! What are you doing here? How do you find me? You are joking, right? This is where we met, the Coffee Express on 3rd Street, remember? You didn't even know who I was. Do I even know who you are now? I'm still not sure myself. I'm trying to figure that out. Things seem to be changing faster than I can keep up. What went down with your parents? They seemed mad. I'm honestly kind of surprised you are alive. They were. Certainly not pleased. I humiliated them. I humiliated them all of their. Hold up. What? Humiliated all of their friends' kids. Not great for business. They are still mad, but for now, they've only grounded me. Grounded you? Then how are you here now? Shouldn't you be home? I mean, they literally grounded me. They sold off my helicopter. Of course, that's what you meant. Well, you should chase the Secret Socialite article. What is next for you? You know, they say money buys you freedom, but for me, it's been more of a leash. Now I'm thinking they might be right. I'm too rich to care what people think. From now on, I'm going to do what makes me happy, at least until mom and father disowns me. And that means withdrawing from statin effective immediately. I'll be reporting to your school Monday morning for classes. See you there? Hey now, we are a pretty elite school too. What makes you think you can get in? Chase just grins at you. I know. You're Chase Cunningham. You'll manage. Hey, just got Chase. Let's go. I think I got a bomb from the store. Don't forget, guys, this is episode freaking 7. This is your school. It's so quaint, small, intimate campus, tiny vintage desk. I'm so intrigued to see how the other half lives. I'm sure I'll fit right in. Now, who will be taking my coat? Sit down somewhere before you get punched in your freaking head. All right, let's see. What? I still gotta do this? You walk into class Monday morning to find Chase sitting there. Scrunched into the tiny desk on either side of him are two men in dark suits and sunglasses with wired earpieces. Good morning, Dennis. Looks like I'm managed. Who's this? Your entourage? Chuck and Phil, just my bodyguards. My mother was terrified of the idea of me attending a public school. To her, I might as well be off myself, be off by myself in some grimy youth hostel abroad. Gonna make these guys do your homework too? No way. I need to be learning everything myself, especially if I'm going to be cut off from my inheritance soon. After school, you are walking out with Chase and his bodyguards when you hear, OMG, it's him again! Chase! Chase! Oh, hey Peyton. Peyton sprints toward you both, but the bodyguards immediately step in front with folded arms. Peyton bounces right off them. Oof! Rude? Chuck, Phil, stand down, boys. Any friend of Dennis's is a friend of mine. Peyton, right? From the coffee shop the other day? Peyton looks at you, wide eyed. He remembers. How is this even happening right now? Why do you have textbooks? OMG, do you go here now? He does. Speaking of, how you like your first day at the grimy youth hostel? It was something, everything I could have hoped for and more. But now I'm feeling up for a little bit of fun, aren't you? I was thinking of crashing the ex-friend's fashion show at the party this evening. Care to join? Chase Cunningham is eventually attending your school. Stay tuned for more events. Hey, guys, that was heck long. Jeez. Look, someone is cosplaying as a noble knight from The Crown and the Flame. Let's do your voice. There you are, Dennis. Payne and I were just talking, and we have a new idea we are pretty excited about. We want to create a public forum for our students to make their voices heard. We're calling it Your Voice. Your Voice is a way for students at the schools to share their voices by answering questions. We'll ask people poll questions about anything and everything. I'm excited to learn about other people's thoughts on important issues, and I'm excited to find out what my classmates think about the latest trends. Maybe we can even give rewards to encourage participation. Sounds great. How do we get started? Well, first of all, the school's network needs a major upgrade to pull this off. Any chance you can help us add a new communications building? We're calling it the Dish. Your voice lets you see what your friends answer through your Facebook and other platforms. Answer questions to earn coins, books, and even rings. Take the poll, build it, blah blah blah, do all this bullcrap. Buy. Do I even have? Oh yeah, I do have space. Let's go. Take poll. Okay. Which of these 2017 Gold Globe winners is your fave? Congrats to Hidden Fingers, but it's still a movie I love. Hey, Hidden Figures was a pretty dope movie. TBA's Movie Awards, just on my thing. Zootopia is a wild success. Time to rewatch. I love turning to La 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 Land. I'll go Hidden Figures. Collect reward. There we go. OMG, the dish looks amazing. I can't wait to start asking even more questions. Okay, what should we ask next? What movie are people seeking this weekend? Who's their favorite member of One Direction? Or maybe we can find out opinions on environmental issues. Well, maybe we can mix it up. It's time to ask a few more questions. Remember, answering poll questions at the dish lets you share your voice with your friends. Linking your classmates to blah blah blah. Like check out friends' responses. Start sharing your answers now. Let your voice be heard. Take 3 polls. How gullible are you? You got to be convincible. You got to be convincing. Which of these movies are you most looking forward to? I want to watch The Garden. Nope. I want to Wonder. Nope. Well, it's between Beauty and the Beast and Wonder Woman, but I'm gonna go with Wonder Woman. All right, was that? Nope. Got to take one more. Rush. I don't have time for that. Which of these breakfast pastries is your favorite? Cinnamon rolls. Definitely cinnamon rolls. I mean, who don't like cinnamon rolls? These new polls are great. They've really got people talking. I know our school was way too quiet before. Now it's now it's on. Hold up. Now it's on us to keep asking new questions. Let's figure out what to ask next. Keep on the lookout for new questions every few hours, and keep answering questions to claim free books, coins, and rings. That was very easy. All right, let's do this one. It's a sunny Saturday afternoon, and you and Autumn are just wrapping up a day at the beach. Come on, let's go in and bodyboard on one last wave. I need to finish painting this beach scene. It's almost done, but you should totally go in, if you say so. As you run toward the crashing waves, you step on something. What is that, a sea urchin? Ashley, it's a rubber hedgehog, but good guess. You notice a guy a few feet away holding a Polaroid camera, which whirs and spits out a picture. As the image appears, you see that it's mostly of your blurry feet. I'm so sorry, I completely ruined your photo. Are you kidding? This is perfect. I was trying to capture a moment in time, and I did. Blurry feet and all. I like that. Everyone is always trying to get the perfect photo. There's something unreal about it. Exactly, but memories are never as perfect as we imagine them. Aren't they all flawed like blurry photos? Hey, before we get into the really deep philosophical, oh my gosh, I can't even say that, questions, shouldn't we learn each other's name? I'm Dennis. You have a point. I'm Beckett. Nice to meet you, Dennis. Something tells me we'll meet again, but for now, I better get back to my project. Sure thing. Beckett turns his attention back to the rubber hedgehog and snaps another picture. You walk back to Autumn, who smiles at you. Who's that cute guy you're talking to? He's definitely something. I honestly don't quite know what to make of him. Well, you better decide soon because he's walking away. Sorry guys, I'm taking off my socks right now. Yeah. His eyes on the city streets behind you. Beckett walks purposely past you in Autumn. Hey Beckett, leaving already? Beckett looks down at the rubber hedgehog in his hands. Ashley, I'm on a bit of a mission. I need to return this to a park across town, the one on 7th Street. Sounds mysterious. Not mysterious, just personal. Understood. I guess some journeys need to be taken alone. I never said that. Just because it's personal doesn't mean I want to be by myself. In fact, why don't you come with me? Maybe the fact that you stepped on my hedgehog is a sign, or maybe I just appreciate the company. Either way, you're welcome to join. You should go ahead, Dennis. My dad just texted that he's here to pick me up. For a moment, you look at Beckett, the Polaroid camera hanging around his neck, the toy hedgehog in his hand. Okay, why not? Let's get this hedgehog where he needs to go. Whew. I imagine this as a journey I take alone, but you are invited to join me if you like. You and Beckett walk through the city streets, people rushing all around you. Look at all these people. I love the energy here. You like getting bumped into by dozens of strangers? Honestly, yeah, I've missed it. I grew up in the area, but we had to move away a few years ago. Now that I'm back, I get these floods of nostalgia. Like I'm living in the past and present both at once. Do you ever think about that? About time, I mean? I guess. I live in the moment. If you spend too much time thinking about the past or the future, you'll miss out on what's going on right in front of you. I like that. It's so important to be alive, and oh my gosh, what is that? Receptive to everything around us. Beckett laughs to himself. What's so funny? It's weird. I just had this flash of a feeling like I was understood. Do you ever get that? Yeah, not too often, but sometimes. Not often enough. But stick with me. Maybe we can fix that. All right, let's keep going. You and Beckett spend the next hour walking through the city, talking the whole way. And that's why I always check the pockets before I buy something at a secondhand store. That's hilarious. I feel like we could keep talking like this forever and not get bored. Speaking of which, is it really 5:30? I totally lost track of time. Got it. Hey, if you need to take off and finish some homework or something, don't let me stop you. Ashley, I finished my homework this morning. What about you? Me? I'm done with high school. The popularity Rat race, the endless standardized testing, the fake people. Really? I'm actually loving high school. Of course, my school isn't like most other ones. From what you've told me, it sounds like you've done a lot of work to make that place what it is. Most people just sit around complaining about things. You build things, you bend the world to fit your vision. I just think of it as making a cool place for my friends to hang out. Don't sell yourself short, Dennis. You are doing unbelievable things. Mouth all dried up. Of course, not everyone can pull that off. Coming back here after being away so long, I'm just not sure if I can hit the reset button again. That's why I'm going to get my GED and move on to the. Oh my gosh, I just clicked by accident. Really? I mean, I know skipping high school works for some people, but I feel like you personally might be missing out on a few things. Oh, yeah? Like what? The great thing about high school is the chance to figure out who you are. I'm still not sure what I want out of life. High school is my chance to figure that out. It's a noble goal, but I think most adults don't know what they want in life. What makes you think you'll figure it out in 4 years? I'm not sure I will, but high school is the perfect place to discover who you are without all of the pressure of deciding a major, a career, all of that stuff. At least for now, I don't have to pretend to have it all figured out. And that's kind of great. I think it's good to take your time in life and enjoy the journey. It's kind of like this moment. We could we could hail a cab and get to the park right now, but then we miss this whole walk together. So is it really better to skip to the end? Well, I can't argue with that. As you round the corner, the smell of cheese and dough wafts over you as you approach a pizza place. I was thinking we could make a quick stop here. This spot is special to me. Come inside, we'll grab a couple of slices. Beckett buys each of you a slice of pizza, and you sit together on the bench outside facing the busy street. So, what's so special about this place besides the fact that you get a huge slice for $2? I mean, a lot of big events in my life went down at a lot of big events in my life went down at Antonio's. My first fist fight, my first kiss, my first heartbreak. Whenever I came to Antonio's, it seemed something big was about to happen. He picks pepperoni off his pizza and throws it to some nearby pigeons. Why you order pepperoni pizza if you don't like pepperoni? Heh, it's just a habit, I guess. I used to pick the meat off and give it to my dog Denver. Man, he'd go crazy whenever I tossed him meat. I mean, I'm a pretty passionate guy, but I even don't get that happy about anything. We may be the smartest creatures on the planet, but it's hard to be as happy as the dog. Pure joy, loyalty, love. A dog feels a lot of things in such a pure way. I wish I had that same clarity. Hey, will you mind holding the hedgehog by the window for a sec? You hold the hedgehog in front of the place's window, and Beckett snaps a photo. So what's the deal? You are taking this stuffed hedgehog on the world tour or something? A few last pictures before you bring it back? Basically. You take another look at the hedgehog. It's old and covered in teeth marks. You squeeze it and it makes a the hedgehog was his dog's hedgehog, like the toy. What, maybe his dog died in the park or something. Or that's probably why he was at the beach, because he probably used to take his dog to the beach. I'm pretty sure his dog Denver died. Watch. It's it's a it's a dog shooting toy, isn't it? You're giving it back to your dog Denver? Oh nope, his dog is not dead, my bad. Yep. Beckett waves the new Polaroid in the air. The image fades into existence. Perfect. Come on, let's keep going. We're almost there. As you get up, Beckett points into the distance. See over there? That's the human society where I first got Denver. Let's stop by. It's right on our way to the park. On park bench. You reach the humane society through a window. You and Beckett spot a golden retriever puppy who looks up at you with black eyes. Hey, I think he likes you. You hold the hedgehog out, and Beckett snaps a photo with the puppy in the background. Nice. I think that's our best photo yet. For a moment, Beckett puts his hand on the glass, looking down. Hey, buddy. The dog jumps up and scrabbles his paws against the other side of the glass. Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy? Looks like he wants to go home with you, Beckett. Then Beckett turns away from the puppy. There's a pained expression on his face. I'm not here to get a new dog. I'm here to remember where I got my old one. That's it, isn't it? Denver. He's not with us anymore, is he? Beckett squeezes the hedgehog, which makes a squeak. Denver died a week ago, right before he moved. I knew the dog died. I knew it. I knew it. I've been planning to take him to all these favorite places, the beach, the pizza place, the park, but he couldn't make it. The hedgehog, the Polaroids are all the special places. You are trying to remember Denver, aren't you? That's what this is about. My whole life, Moving from place to place, Denver's been the only friend who's always been there, and now he's gone. I spent the last few days at home just thinking about him, missing him. People say that time makes things hurt less, but I wake up each morning and still feel the same dull ache in my chest. I'm so sorry. I thought if I took Denver's favorite toy on tour of our old spots, I'd feel better, make the pain go away faster, and honestly, I think it's going to help. But I still have one last thing to do. The park that we were going to, it was Denver's favorite place in the world. I want to bury the hedgehog there. I think he would have liked that. Yeah, I wish he could have met you. He would have liked you. Beckett looks down the street. Far in the distance, the sun is sinking into the ocean, painting the orange sky. It's sunset already. I thought we had more time. Beckett gets to his feet. Okay, one last stop. You are walking together down 7th Street. The constellation is growing brighter in the deepening night when suddenly you notice that Beckett is no longer next to you. You turn and see he stopped moving several feet back. Beckett, what's wrong? Did we take a wrong turn? No. The park's 2 blocks ahead. 1 block left. We are close. Denver always knew it. Around here, he could tell where we were going. The first time he sensed it, Denver tried to race ahead. It was like trying to keep a missile on a leash. At first, I held him back, but then I just raced ahead with him. As Beckett speaks, staring dead ahead, you step back toward him. He looks down at the hedgehog in his hand. What if I'm not ready? Whoever is Beckett, he meets your eyes. Don't hold back. Beckett's somber expression suddenly burst into a grin. Then come on. Your running footsteps echo among the towering buildings as you dart 2 blocks down, 1 block left. Finally, you stop breathless and look around. Phew! So, did we take a wrong turn? I don't see a park. Right there. He points across the street to a skeleton of a new building under construction. Its steel girders gleaming in the moonlight. They bulldozed it. You and Beckett stand in the spindly shadow of the building under construction. On the fence surrounding the plot, a large plastic sign tenses the arrival of the Underwood Luxury Estates in spring 2017. I can't believe it. It's gone. Denver's park is gone, and now it's condos. Beckett, I'm so sorry. I know how much you wanted to bury Denver Hedgehog here. No, I'm sorry, Dennis. I brought you all this way for nothing. I just wanted to let go, Dennis. That's all I wanted. Beckett turns, stuffs his hands in his jeans pockets, and trudges off. You know, I don't think you wanted to let go. Not deep down. Sure, you thought if you went on this journey, if you buried Denver's hedgehog here, you could move on. You envisioned this whole emotional journey. You plotted out on your own grief. You scripted your own pain like an author on a page. But you can't plan out your emotions. So many of them are spontaneous and improvised. Beckett searches your face with his dark eyes. You are right. There's no way I could have scripted this. No way I could have scripted anything like meeting you. Beckett turns back toward the fence. What are you doing? Improvising. Beckett marches past you back toward the building skeleton. What are you doing? What we came here to do. He leads you toward a trailer parked beside the fence, a temporary construction office. He leaps up, his sneakers skidding against its wall, and catches the ledge, pulling himself up. Then he lies flat on the trailer's roof, extending his arm down to help you up. Give me your hand. Your shoes squish in the muddy terrain of the construction site as you tail Beckett toward the half-finished building. You follow him up a rickety fire escape, and together you explore the exposed halls of the 4th story, the bare concrete, the loose wiring, the wind whistling through the missing windows. Soon you find yourselves at the edge of the building, peering down into the enormous pit dug several stories into the earth. Must be putting in an underground parking garage. Beckett again takes out Denver's favorite hedgehog. He kneads it in his fingers and squeaks weakly. He studies it one last time, then tosses it into the abyss. It fades into the darkness without a sound. Then he produces the Polaroids from your journey today. They flap in the wind, crinkling in his grip. I thought I needed these. I was so afraid of forgetting him, his fur in my fingers, the sound of his bark when I came home from school, but I'll never forget. I couldn't. A friendship like that, it burns into your brain like a TV left on too long. He throws the Polaroids into the air. They fly and spin so much confetti, gently helixing down into the abyss. Together you wander around the reverent silence. The tesseract of girders all around. You like the still bones of giants. I can already see them, Dennis. Can't you? The families in their condos with their own dogs, never knowing what oh my gosh, what was once here. You'll know that's what counts. You are right. Beckett reaches in his backpack and pulls out a Sharpie. He steps up to a wall of the concrete and writes, Denver and Beckett were here. Then he adds, and Dennis. They'll put up a drywall soon. They'll cover all this up. but it'll still be there, even if no one knows it. Beckett walks you back to the bus stop for your ride home. You step onto the bus while Beckett remains on the platform. Thank you for everything, Dennis. Don't think I could have done this without you. It's weird. We just met, but I already feel like we know each other really well. Think the universe will have our paths cross again. If not, I'll be pretty mad at the universe. The bus door slides shut. You smile at Beckett through the glass as you drive into the night. A few days later, you are taking a run along the beach when you spot a boy with a tousled mane and thick dark hair playing frisbee with an energetic puppy. Beckett? Soon you are sitting on the sand together as the ambitious puppy tries in vain to tackle you. You went back for the golden retriever from the Humane Society? I told you. You two had a connection. Figured the little guy could use a new chapter. We both could. Who knows where it'll take us, but I think we'll like it. Does that mean you're reconsidering the GED? What about your big plans to head to college early? Sometimes plans have to change. I'm willing to give high school one more shot. I will need to find a new school in town though. Think your campus has room for a guy like me? I bet we could find the space. Hey, guys, that is gonna be it. That is it for this episode. I am done. This is the last person I'm buying. Beckett, let's go. Put you in my school, son. Okay, so this is the infamous dentist's school, huh? I've heard so much about it, a million stories just waiting to happen. It's like a book with infinite pages, half of them still unwritten. So let's add a story to the top of everything that's come before. Up for an adventure? Alright guys, so that's going to be it for this video for today. I hope you guys did enjoy. I know it's really long. It's almost an hour long. Well, basically it is an hour long, but I hope you guys did enjoy. And if you did, be sure to hit that thumbs up button for me. And I will see y'all in episode 8. Peace out.